Hey guys, it's Allie the Creator. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I am today building a very small farmhouse. I shouldn't say very small. It ends up being 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, but it is kind of set in like an older style farmhouse, and I built this in Windenburg. I thought that this house, I really love the cottage living pack, and I think that it fits perfectly in Windenburg, just the way that the houses are set up. So I wanted to build this. It's on I deleted a house from this lot. It was the cottage AMC, but it's like just kind of nestled away in the woods and just like down this like long windy path with a gate on it. So I thought it was adorable, and it's perfect for like a little farmhouse. So here we are just making the structure of the house. I wanted it to be something really simple, just so that way it could be like a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and just like they can focus on their farming and their plants and like outdoor activities and stuff. So I'm just making the structure of the home, and you'll see it come together quite quickly. I do change the color swatches of everything a few times, so you'll see that as we go through, but I thought I wanted a red roof at first. That was at least my thought. Also, one of the things that I love about this lot is it's like right by this, like, I don't know, like a stream right to the left of them. And I think that's adorable. Like, I love all the little touches that are in the background. I'm building this huge house on like a very large lot right now that's going to be coming out on Sunday, and it is amazing. Like I love everything in the background, and I'm building it in Headford on Bagley right now, and I think it is a beautiful, just like the whole area of it. There's so many trees and everything like all in the background, and you can see like mountains and like a huge waterfall right behind them. So I just think it's like all the little characteristics that go into the world as like just for background features. I just really appreciate it. It makes my gameplay like so much more better, and I love it when I'm building because then I can look at the surroundings and see what kind of thing I should be building. So I just think it really works. But anyway, we're just going through, and I picked out the door, and that's just kind of the color scheme that I stay with for the outside and for the windows and things like that. And I built a front deck and a back deck. The front deck just doesn't hold very much. Obviously, it's very small. It's more of like a little landing area because I don't really put a landing on the inside. There is a mudroom in the house in the back, but that's about it. So here I'm just picking out which windows I want. I decided to use this huge bay window right in the front, which I absolutely love. I really wish that these bay windows and like the windows that you can see have like a space in front of them. Like if you have a bay window in your house, you obviously would use it and like store things up there. So I wish we had that ability when we're building to be able to put things in the bay windows, or even the, what are they called? Those humongous windows that stick out that we got with Laundry Day. I love those windows. And when I first downloaded the pack, I probably used them in every single build that I had, even if they didn't fit, because I thought they were the best. But I just really wish that we could put things on them, because even though I do put things on them, if you're like turning around outside, then because it's a window, it shows that whatever you're putting on it, like a suitcase or something, it's just sitting right on the ground, which is really annoying. So it would be really nice if everything just like clicked to the spot, but oh well, can't be too picky. Here I am just changing all the fences around. I really wanted to use this fence from Cottage Living, and I just couldn't really figure out where it would fit best. So I decided to use that one inside, and then I used this fence from Cats and Dogs for the outside fences, which I thought works really well. I do pick a lighter wood for the fence, and my thought is that like maybe somebody built this house like the first generation, and then they've lived here for like 10 generations or something crazy. So that was my thought, at least. That's why it's all like stone, and you can see like there's all those like handy little touches all around the place. So yeah, I'm just going through and changing all the windows because I kind of decided that white wasn't really cutting it. And I'm going to change the roofing pattern to be black soon, which I think fits a lot better. As much as I love this red, I think it's too much red. There's too much going on. So I decided to change it, which I think kind of just brings down the tone of the house, and I actually really like it. So I decided I really wanted to put a fireplace in here because I thought that it really fits with like the house. So I'm just deciding to put on a chimney, and we pick out this little window for the front, which even though you can't, like, it's not usable, obviously it doesn't let any light in, but I really love it. I think that it suits really well, and it just kind of adds that extra little touch to the front of the house that makes it look like it's really, like really personal. So I decided to use a chicken coop also. I am still in love with these. I think they're the best. So I do use them in quite a few of my builds, especially when I'm like using gameplay. I love having a chicken coop because it's not like as big and bulky as the farmhouses where like the animals are in, but you still have something to take care of, and the kids can help, and you get fresh eggs in the morning, and that helps with your cooking. And I just love it. I love this gameplay, and I love that we got animals, and it's just like my favorite thing ever right now. I'm just obsessed with it. So here I am just picking out some trees and working on a little bit of landscaping. I am going to be adding a pond soon because I have to add ponds in every build that I have pretty much. I love the pond tool, and I love adding ponds. I think that it just adds like a little bit of extra characteristic to the place, and I love this cottage living expansion pack that we got. I think it's the best. And this log that we got with where you can ask a turtle to go on it and like give them permission is adorable because it just like, it's so cute. There's a bird sanctuary that's not far from where I live, and I go there all the time, and there's always turtles resting on the logs, and they do the exact same thing like they do in this game. So I just think it adds so much character to the game. Like, it's the simplest thing. You can't interact with the turtles as far as I know, but you can still ask them to sit on the log and they'll sunbathe. Even in the winter time, they'll just stay there, which is kind of funny, but I like it. I really like it. So we're just working on landscaping a little bit. I kind of talked through the whole pond, but I usually use this water tool, or like that water swatch, I guess, where there's like a few sticks and leaves in it, because I think it looks realistic, especially for a pond. If there's no trees nearby, then I'll use that one. If there's trees nearby, then I usually use the leafy one. So I'm just picking out this mailbox from Seasons, and I think I've said this many times before, but Seasons is probably one of my favorite packs. If I was to recommend somebody to buy one of the packs and you're only buying one, I would say buy Seasons, because the gameplay that comes with it is the best. Your seasons change, and the build and buy objects just are great too. Like, everything all around works really well together. And I don't know, I think overall it's probably one of the most used packs that I have by far. But so here we are. I just placed some planters, and I'm adding lots of gardening aspects because, like I said, I wanted this to be like a little farm, which it ends up being. It ends up being like a very small farm. So I really like it, and I thought that it just like, it comes together very nicely. And so I wanted to have lots of planting and lots of little aspects in the backyard. I did shorten the stairs a little bit so I can fit a larger like patio set outside on the backyard, because I figured even though this could be for like one parent and one child sim, or it could even be for just one sim and you could like make the second bedroom an office, I thought that it makes sense to have like 3 seats in the back. You could probably fit quite a few sims in this house, even though it is like on the smaller side. That way, like, you could have like 2 or 3 kids in the bedroom, because I know there's definitely enough room in there. I'm pretty sure I made it a toddler's bedroom, and then I kind of set it up so like it's 2 parents who are staying here. But honestly, you could play this house as however, and I think it would work either way, and you can just kind of rearrange things. The living room does end up being a little bit smaller, but you know what? Everything works in here. I did add laundry in here. I put a clothesline outside because I thought that was realistic for a farm. And then in the mudroom, I add a washer and a dryer. And here I am just adding Patchy. Even though there isn't a lot of gardening stuff, I like having Patchy on all my builds. I think he's useful. And it's really nice to like even just have them like be able to talk to him and have him like help them a little bit. So here I am just picking out all the wallpaper. I'm obsessed with this wallpaper from Parenthood. I think that it just kind of fits in like everything. But I just kind of went for neutral tones throughout the house. I did white in the bathroom like I usually do. And I chose a terracotta tile for the mudroom. and then I just used like a white wall. But I think that it fits. It makes sense to have that, because then, like, if you have the terracotta, then people are taking off their muddy boots and stuff and like shoving them under the bins that are in there. So, but yeah, I like it. I just added a few little homey touches to the bathroom in some blues, and I'm just picking out the counters that I'm going to use for in the kitchen. I just went with the cottage living pack, obviously, because that's our new one. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat. She's watching birds on TV right now, and they must have paused. So she's learning to sit and be quiet while I record videos right now, but it's a learning process. But here I am, the kitchen is slowly coming together. I went for a little bit of a darker tone, and the table that I do add in this corner, only 2 of the chairs are accessible, but I thought the aesthetic looked really nice with all 4 chairs, and obviously, like, I just find they don't always sit at the table all together, but if you were to add like a bench in there, which I think would probably fit perfectly, then they could all sit there and they would definitely have enough room. So that's definitely an idea. And here I am just kind of nestling all of the plants out so that they're not sticking through the walls, because that's one of the issues that I have. And I picked my favorite couch, and I wanted to have like a smaller fireplace. I really like the cottage living fireplaces, but I really wish that they were smaller, because they are humongous, and they take up so much space, and then you can't put anything around them, and they're just, as much as I love them, they're very hard for me to use in builds because they're so big. But I put this bookshelf behind the couch. It's kind of just more for looks, because I don't think it's accessible. But I do have a small bookcase. I think there's 2 bookcases upstairs, actually. And I pulled out a costume box, because I remember when I was a kid, I was not allowed to have toys downstairs. And I was always told that they needed to stay in my room. So I thought that maybe it made sense to like have a costume box so the kids like can clean up their toys afterwards. So here's one of the little books stacks that I pulled out, and I just put it on top of the desk that's in the hallway, and I'm working on the parents' bedroom right now. I just went for kind of neutral tones and lighter colors. I tried to match everything like a little bit to the wood tone. Some of the wood tones are like really not matching, but I think it fits. So I'm just picking out an older looking dresser. And I do pick out, I believe, a mirror. I tried to put one on top, but it just kind of wasn't quite fitting. So I nestled the dresser like right into the wall. And I added a little, like a smaller bookshelf and a little reading nook that's right once you walk in the bedroom. I thought that maybe the parents wanted to be able to like sit down and have like some quiet time and their alone time to be able to like just read and do what they need to do. I thought that was a nice touch, just to have that in the bedroom. That way they'd be able to sit if they wanted to. I really like all of these rugs that I'm pulling out, but I did have a lot of trouble picking a rug that I thought didn't clash too much with the pattern on the bed, because I love that bed and I use it quite often. I'm sure you can tell, but I just think it has a lot of like really loud patterns. Like some of them are just like really nice. Like there's a nice white one, and I'm pretty sure there's a pink in there as well. But like some of them are just like crazy loud patterns, and it's so hard to pick anything else that goes in the room that isn't like a neutral tone. But we're moving on to the kids' bedroom now. I'm just picking out the dresser, and I decided I wanted it to be a toddler's bedroom. So we do give her lots of toys and everything. She's a very loved child. And I scaled down this dollhouse. It is still usable because they do just play right in front of it, but I really like it as this like smaller size than as the larger size, because I think it looks a lot better and it doesn't take up like a huge amount of space. So I just picked out some rugs, and I did put the potty in the child's bedroom. I don't really like doing that, but I didn't have space in the bathroom for it. So I thought that it makes sense to have it in here. Like this is the kids' bedroom. So I'm just pulling out some knickknacks and a few pictures, and I just like I'm just filling up the house with a little bit of like personal clutter, which I thought just kind of like made sense. I pulled out the computer that I wanted to use, and because I hadn't decided yet if I wanted to have a child or a toddler, I did pull out a high chair also, and I'm just kind of shuffling things around the house. I do add a laundry basket. I believe there's only one, and it's in the parents' bedroom because I didn't really have any space anywhere else. And I thought it makes sense as like having a toddler. Maybe when the child turns up to be like a child or a teen, then you could add like another laundry basket into their bedroom. But I find it a lot easier for gameplay when you're playing to just have like one laundry basket that they have to go to get all their stuff rather than having two. But anyway, I did add a garbage can on the inside. I have been forgetting those a lot lately, so I am glad that I didn't forget this one. And we're just working on landscaping, and I believe that is it. So thank you so much for everyone who watched, and I really hope that everybody likes and subscribes and give me comments on if you like this video or like other videos that you would want me to do. I have another really interesting video that's coming out next weekend. And if you follow me on Twitter, then you'll see kind of a sneak peek for this. I've been trying to give little sneak peeks of what all the videos are going to look like because I think that's really cool. And I'm adding all like the little finishing touches around the house right now, and then we're going to be finishing up, but I'm pretty sure that's about it. I did also, I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but I added a little food bowl in the kitchen because I thought maybe like you could have like a dog or something with this because it's a farm. So I really like having a dog when I'm playing like with a farm, but I'm just changing out all the lights, which I usually forget to do. So it's a good thing I remembered. And just picking out a few of the warmer lights for the bedrooms. And then I believe we're going to be wrapping it all up. Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this build. Bye.